Hello, Karoline.
Morning, Denise. How are ya? How was your
I'm
weekend?
I'm fine, thank you. Good weekend. Today is what, April 26th,
Yeah,
2021, Monday.
we're yellow. Is that why you got a haircut?
I didn't get a haircut. I blew my hair dry today.
Oh, you just like
I blew it dry,
got
but
a new
like kind
look.
of flat, yes. No,
Okay,
I'm a big red machine today
I'll say. Did you?
because the Cincinnati Reds are going to win it this year. I know. We've got the World Series in our hands.
I don't think you play against the Milwaukee Brewers, do you?
No.
That's probably why.
Like it's, well, okay, because you guys are going to win it.
I don't think we're gonna win it this year, but I'm not really following it lately. It's
Well,
like
I follow now because they're winning.
yeah.
Usually I don't follow much, but I've seen that they're winning. They're doing a great job.
Well, I do love baseball, so if I could follow it, I would absolutely because it's definitely one of my favorite sports. But you know, living so far away, I guess you found that channel where you can watch the games
Yeah, there's a
live. But
there's a way you can watch legally American sports, but you have to watch it live. So if it's 2 o'clock in the morning here, it's now
yeah,
or never.
and
So
baseball games are famously long, so
yes,
that
never
would be the
know.
only problem. Is I already have a hard time staying up past
Yeah.
10:30. So
Well, that and also the Trieste basketball team won yesterday. So that means we're in the playoffs.
oh really? That's good news.
Yes, we made it.
Do you think we'll
And
be able to have spectators? Will we be able to go and see some of these games
no,
or
I
no?
don't think so. I don't
Mm.
think so because from what I've heard, it's limited. They won't start that until July 15th, and it's indoors and it's limited to 500 people, and that includes the teams, their managers, the people who work in the arena. So
Their entourage.
their entourage, yes. So I don't think that leaves many tickets available anyway.
Okay. So
But
what's
another one of
supposedly,
those events that's late night event is the Oscars, the Academy Awards were last night.
did you watch it or do we just get the results?
It was at 2 o'clock in the morning. And
Okay. But you did tell me that John Batiste, our
yes,
favorite, what
yes.
did he win for?
He won, well, the movie won as Best Animated Film, the movie Soul, with
Soul. Okay.
John Batiste's music and his hands.
His
And
hands, maybe.
his, the soundtrack won as the best musical score. And he gave a
That's so
great
cool. So that
speech.
was our lesson this week. So that was good timing, Denise. That was your idea to do him.
That was very good timing, yes. And because
Did you
also
watch?
because when you pick people, they usually die soon
I
after.
know.
And
I
I
know.
I
That's what
know that
happened
he's
when,
in good health, so I hope he doesn't get into any problems out in LA.
well,
He was actually
I know.
there. He
Did
flew
you
out.
did you watch the acceptance speech?
I saw his speech. It was cool. It was nice. It wasn't long. He thanked everybody and he thanked God for inventing 12 notes for the piano. Yes.
That's an
So,
interesting reason to be
yeah.
grateful.
His family. He thanked his family first.
Nice.
That was nice. So anyway, how was your weekend, Caroline?
He's a good guy. I may be having some
Yeah, you're getting a little. Well, we cooked out
let's
this
see if I
weekend.
can
We
access.
yesterday should have been April
This room
25th,
doesn't have very
Liberation
good
Day
coverage, I guess.
in Italy, and Liberation Day is when the Allies liberated Italy from the Nazi Germany. And traditionally, there are a lot of remembrance ceremonies, which they did again this year, very low key virtual ceremonies. But at my house, it also means cookout day. So even if it wasn't really warm, we did grill out. So that was good. We
Did
ate
you?
outside too, but it was a little
Well,
cool, little cool.
well, now that it's yellow again, you can invite me over again.
That's true. Yes. But here you
I
can
love a
go
good
out.
cooked house.
You can go out and have a coffee and eat outside, but there's Bora and it's freezing cold today. So I don't think it's really worth your restaurant's while to open up because you can't eat outside. You're gonna have food all over you. Your wine bottle's gonna fall over. You can't eat outside. It's cold and windy and raining.
It's not the right moment.
Bad luck. Bad luck.
Is it raining today?
It should rain. It's pretty dark right
I heard
now.
it was going to
They're
change.
talking about
I
rain.
started, yeah, I started a new habit, a nice long walk in the morning when there's nobody.
Okay. Because were there a lot of people this weekend?
Oh, I don't know. It's just like, I think I just need to move a little bit. I decided morning's best, and it's even better if I don't have to see anybody. On the weekend, I can go on the bike path anymore because it's so crowded.
Right.
But I haven't been up there in a couple of weeks. Maybe
Well,
now
out,
that things open up again, people will find other places to walk.
watch out for wild animals. There were some bear sightings.
Yeah, you have to be careful at that hour.
Yeah.
Bear sightings on the.
There were, well, not recently. This fall, there were bear sightings around there. And there are
Really?
also some
We
cougars,
did
or
not
I don't
see
know
any
what they
bears
call
today.
them, that were killing animals up there. So up in Basel
Oh,
Beach.
yeah.
So gotta be
I
careful.
saw a jackal one time. I saw a jackal,
Huh.
but hey, there was nothing. Today was just me and the dog and some birds. But anyway, it was nice to just get up and kind of get outside for a little bit before I start my day. So I felt like that was a good, but what else is going on this week that I need to know, Denise?
Are you doing the Bavizela? You know, they are doing the Bavizela, but it's only the marathon part.
Is it going on this year?
It's on May 2nd, so Sunday. Michael's doing it.
Then no.
No.
I'm definitely not in shape for that.
I don't know if it's a mini marathon or the marathon, but it's very low key. It's not the family event that it had been in the past.
I'm not quite ready to go that route yet. I mean, I'd like to start running again, but I'm definitely not ready for big crowds yet. Because I think we all become a little bit more introverted. I don't know, being home so often, it's hard to imagine being around so many people. Whereas I used to really get a kick out of these big races and stuff. But right now it's like, oh, too many people. You know, where do I park? So I don't know.
So other stuff we're thinking about is, let's see. Oh, we're going to have a virtual book club with our American space in Pistoia, our sister American space. They've been doing in other countries virtual book clubs and doing them across borders. And so we're thinking of doing something with Pistoia. And our first book might be The Great Gatsby.
One of my favorite books of all time.
And it's also out of copyright, The Great Gatsby. It was 1925, so you can download it legally for free. There's a super site called, like now it's not gonna pass my mind, where you can legally download books.
Is it the Gutenberg one?
Gutenberg, I looked at that and that's been blocked in Italy.
No.
You can't get any, it says site not available. And I'm like, what is this? So looked up Gutenberg and like, what's going on with Gutenberg? And it said that in Italy, they blocked it for copyright questions.
Even though there's no
everything
copyright?
on Gutenberg is totally downloadable, copyright free. So I don't know. I don't know what the problem is.
So you found another one?
There's another one. I can't remember the name. Super cool, super cool. And it's like an online library like you would find in the States. You can find your book and see if it's available, and you can borrow the book, an ebook, for 1 day, 15 days, whatever period it is. So that's
fantastic. Do you have to be a member, or do you
just register for an account, but it's free and it's legal. I'll put the name of the site on this chat. I'm taking a class for American Spaces about virtual programming, and that's how I found out about this. And
how is that going?
It's interesting. It's interesting. All kinds of programming going on around the world. Actually, virtual programming for some places is really great because it's places where people could never go and speak to a group, or places where the spaces are so large, vast that people couldn't get together because of the distances. So in some places it's going well, but I think the consensus is that we miss seeing people and everybody really wants to go back to meeting together. So that was interesting. And then there's this whole Wednesday, I
Yeah,
have
I
a thing
can
about
understand
virtual
that. But I think,
reality, which I'm not really very well instructed on. All right, do you know anything about virtual reality? It's where you wear those goggles and you can visit things in 3D, like you can go to the Metropolitan Museum of Art, you can go visit national parks, you can go all over the place with these 3D glasses. You stick your phone inside and somehow
yeah,
it's
our friend Marcus, do you remember our friend Marcus
yes.
who came to class and then he was in the bus chat with us? He works for a company that makes those goggles. Really
Okay.
interesting. I don't know much about them, but he kind of opened my eyes to that
Well,
stuff.
it's not
So
the
that's kind of
goggle
cool.
per se. The goggle, you can get them made out of cardboard. We've got a couple of them here. It's not so safe for your phone, but anyway, it works. It just have to fit your phone inside the goggle. But the goggle is
Cool.
just a medium for seeing stuff. And there are other goggles that cost up to maybe €1,000. I don't know what they do. I don't know what the big difference is. So yeah, I ordered another set of goggles, cheap ones that aren't cardboard, because I'm afraid my phone will
So
fall
we
on the
can play
ground
with them.
while I'm
Yeah,
visiting
really.
or on a roller coaster or I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Speaking of programming, I saw that we've got a schedule for the summer set up. That's pretty cool. So we'll be
Yes.
doing our summer, and we've got a new name, right?
Yes, we have a new
Tell me about it.
name. It's Summer English Academy. And
Sounds
it's
very
very, yes, it's academic, but it's still fun, like we always have. And it's a full immersion weeks in English, half days actually. And we're just waiting for things to figure out what's going to happen this summer, how things will open up. But we have a
yeah,
schedule.
I can't wait.
Yeah. People have been
Because we're
calling.
doing it like what the first couple weeks of the summer and then the last couple weeks of the summer, so up to 4 weeks like usual.
Yes. And the last weeks are right before school starts. So 2 weeks before school
Great. People have been
starts.
asking,
Yes. People have been
people have been asking,
asking.
even if we're still online now, but people are really excited about the summer. We're excited
Yes.
about the summer, so
Yes.
it's good to
I'll
have
post
something put
that
together.
today and we'll see what will happen, how many people are interested. Because last year we didn't have
Mhm.
any summer program. We've got big plans
Right.
for the
So
summer, but
I know. What else is going on? I've got another thing to ask you about Amy Tan, but if you have
oh,
anything else to tell
well,
me about the summer.
one is we're in contact with the Comune to do some summer films outdoors inside the summer program for the Comune di Trieste. And we wanted to do two films, maybe West Side Story from 1961 and La La
Oh, good.
Land. And they will be using Castello San Giusto, because that way you can control the entrances and take everybody's temperature and reservations and all that. So we'll see. And then it's the 4th of July, but I don't know what's going to happen there.
Well, hopefully we can organize a fun party like we have in the
Yes,
past, because
yes.
last year was a dud, right? We didn't even
Last
do
year there was
anything.
nothing. We couldn't do anything. But I know they fixed up that field where we usually were doing it, the ones with the field with the moolie. Um,
Right.
they fixed up the whole place, but I don't know if they will be able to do it. And then we have that other option with the baseball, but I don't know what's
Sure.
going on. They fixed up at the base at Prosecco again,
Mm-hmm.
so that field is back in working order. And there's always the field in Opicina that's
Right.
been fixed up. So we'll see. I
We
saw
might
that
have to
there's
have more
a
than one
girls.
party.
Yeah, there's a girls team, Italian baseball team in the States right now for some kind of
Really?
international playoff games. So we'll have to see,
Cool.
or maybe it's softball. I'm not sure. I
Well,
find
I
it to
think,
be ball.
did they let girls play anything but softball? I thought that, because I remember when I played, it was like softball and that was
Yeah.
it. There was no fast pitch, no nothing. But
I don't know if baseball is in the Olympics this year. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I haven't followed. We're gonna have to check up on that.
We'll have to
Oh,
check
so
it.
I gotta so you sent me a short story by Amy Tan, which I loved. It's like a scene from the Joy Luck Club. Tell me what's going on. Why are you reading her right now?
Well, we have the Women's Book Club here in Trieste, and we vote on books to read. And the Joy Luck Club was selected, and it's also going to be Asian Pacific History Month, Asian Pacific American History Month in the month of May.
Okay.
So we have this book. And have you read it? Have you read the Joy Luck Club?
You know, I've
I love
never read it. I saw the movie. I love her, you know what I mean, as a like a person, you know what I mean? She seems like such an interesting person. But I've never actually read her writing. So even that little 2-page thing that of course now is going to become a lesson. So thank you for that. Thanks for putting it right in my lap. I
Well, I
really
was looking
liked her
for a short
style.
story, and then I found that some of the short stories that you find online come from her book, because actually the Joy Luck Club is a bunch of short stories put together from
Okay.
the members of this Joy Luck Club, which would meet in San Francisco or Oakland. They lived in Oakland. Once a week, the women would meet and they would play mahjong.
Right.
They were all Chinese immigrants. They would meet and play mahjong and tell stories. And the stories, a lot of them are told through the daughters, because apparently the mothers would repeat these stories to their daughters, and the daughters would half listen. So I really enjoyed that story, because I
Mm-hmm.
wonder about that story, if that's what our daughters think about us.
Oh, I'm sure how embarrassing we are for them, you know,
Yes.
because it's this moment where she is basically the thing that happens when you have like friends over and you start to see like, you know, your room didn't look so messy when it was just you, but,
Yeah.
but when you have your friend over, you're like, oh, I guess, you know, and with her, she invites, or the mom invites the pastor over, the pastor's family, right? You
Mhm.
know, and the son is there and she's interested in the son. And it's like it's the whole perspective is seeing what her parents normally do, but through the eyes of this boy, in American. And so she's, oh gosh, my mom had to choose like the ugliest fish ever, and with the eye popped out, and and I think that's exactly how it is sometimes. I think for our kids, when they see, you know, oh, my
Mhm.
mom has an accent, my mom is,
Right.
you know, this way or that way. That, you know, I remember Ava had a friend over one time. She's like, Mom, what are we going to have for dinner? Because she's definitely not going to eat what you make. And I said, why don't you just make her a pasta then, Ava? You guys can have your own. And so she made her own meal, because she's like, I know that she's not going to want to eat what you make, Mom.
And then maybe the girl went home and said, you know that her mom won't even cook for her. She has to cook
Yeah,
her own food.
exactly. It was like one less thing for me to do. I was like overjoyed.
So I enjoyed that story. It's short
Yeah,
and sweet, and I think it has a good message.
it's fun. I really liked it. So I can't wait to put together that lesson. I'm a little late, but now that our week start in the middle, it's excellent. It gives me a little extra time to process, you know, to figure out what I want to do. So, and I'm interested in the sort of Asian American experience, because right now there's a lot of nastiness happening in America,
Yeah.
a lot of hate crimes against Asian people, and I don't think it's fair. I think it's horrible. So I think we need to celebrate, you know, Asian American culture. So I'm all over it. So I'm looking forward to doing the research into that to get
Okay.
an interesting lesson out. So thank you for
You're
feeding that to me. It was
you're
wonderful.
welcome. You're
Yeah,
welcome.
you are also responsible for John Batiste. So that was another stroke of genius, which was the story you wrote actually at the end of that lesson. Is I'm sure going to make it into a few more classrooms teaching the past tense. So thank you for that
Oh, I
too.
hope
The
it was all
teachers really
correct.
appreciated that this weekend. We
I
shared
hope
it
it
with
was
the,
all grammatically correct.
well, of course it was.
Okay.
And if it wasn't, we'd be okay with that, because we don't care about perfection, Denise. We just care about communication.
All right.
Anyway,
Okay. Well, I think our 20 minutes are up.
Yeah, it was nice
So,
talking to you, Denise. I gotta go get some
yeah,
stuff done now, but thanks a lot. And, we'll talk later, I'm sure.
okay,
All
thank you.
right. Have a
So
good week,
back
everybody.
next week. Oh, the other site, yeah, people have to look at is eLibrary USA. You can still get a temporary access code.
Can you
So
access it from home too?
access it from home, because once we open up, that's going to disappear. You'll have to access it here. You can read
Awesome.
newspapers, magazines, get into databases, and watch documentaries.
Fantastic.
So,
Thanks,
okay.
Denise. Put that
All
info
right.
maybe underneath here then, okay?
Bye.
Bye. Take
Bye-bye.
care.
Have a
Bye, bye,
good
bye.
week. Bye.